Welcome back. Today we'll take a look at chapter 5, which is Tugas, Pengawas PSS, which is job and the responsibility of a librarian, of any librarian, no matter what position you are or if you are a trainee or not. So the first thing is every librarian has to make sure all the books are arranged nicely at the shelves behind the library, because that's what we do. We are librarians. We take care of books. Secondly, we have to make sure all the tables and the chairs are arranged nicely back at where they are supposed to be. And we have to make sure all the books are arranged at the shelves and not placed on tables, because it's not where they belong. And after that, if you are confronting any misbehaving students, you as a librarian cannot shout or swear at them. You have to act accordingly, but still tough at them. You have to tell them to leave the library, to be quiet, to stop doing what they're doing. If they refused or if they are not cooperating, what you can do is write down their names and give it to a responsible teacher or the disciplinary teacher. And after that, we mentioned this before. All students are not allowed to eat, drink, make noise, play, fight, run, or chase each other in the library, because the library is supposed to be quiet and a place to study for students. So all of those things go against that. And if you're writing this in the exam, eating and drinking is considered the same category. So what you can do is write eat and drink, make noise, and play. Now these three will be acceptable, but just not eating and drinking as separate answers. Moving on, if you yourself as a librarian receive an instruction or an order from your group leader or a librarian who is higher in position, then you might be doing something wrong. For an example, you might be playing yourself. Then stop doing that, because you yourself is responsible for keeping other students in check. And the same thing applies the other way. If your group leader or some other librarian who is higher in position is breaking rules or not behaving themselves, you have the authority to ask them to be quiet, to ask them to stop doing what they're doing. And F, if there are teachers who are hosting a class, who are teaching or having a class in the library or the APD room, it is your job as a librarian to assist the teacher to make sure that all the students are behaving and nobody is bothering the teacher or the students. And G, lastly, all of the librarians have to make sure that they're in check, have to have discipline, because if you are always being told to behave yourself by your group leader or teachers or other librarians who are in higher rank, then obviously you are not being a very good librarian yourself. So if you do continue, obviously you would be kicked out of the librarian society back to the position of a normal student. And of course you will also have to maybe take a visit to the disciplinary teacher. So to sum it up, you have to behave yourself and make sure the other students behave themselves in the library. That being said, I will see you in the next chapter.